when the outside faith begins to settle, then life hits.
Yeah.
What conversations did you have to have with your wife and your family? Because now you're 19 hours away from homeland.
Yes.
What type of insecurities are you personally going through? Because evidently you just didn't stay a musician.
No.
By the looks of things, you turned into a pastor.
Yes, yes.
How do you keep a woman encouraged with so many transitions following a man with a call?
Well, let me tell you this. My wife is a mighty woman of God. And she really was in tune with what God was telling us to do. But my insecurities, Willie, was I didn't have a job. I didn't have provision like I had back in California. And so it was tough. We were relying on people to help us. At the time when we were staying with my aunt and uncle, we moved from being in a place back in California to now staying in a room. And then when we got into our home, it was kind of a messed up house. And so we were going through a lot of things. And it was nothing but the hand of the Lord that really kept us in our right mind. But it was very tough. And I remember times when our water was cut off. I remember times when our electricity was cut off. I tell the story here all the time of when you walking by faith, there are ups and downs. And there are times where you hear God, but everything around you don't look like you heard God. It's not a blessed season. It's a testing season. It's a trying season. And my wife and I woke up one morning and we heard this sound. Doo, 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 doo. They was coming to get the car.
I remember that sound. I almost looked out the parking lot just then. Like,
I'm telling you.
I took care of that. I paid that off. I was ready to defend myself.
Listen, and it's funny now, but I still have anxiety every time I hear that sound.
Me too. You stopped doing that in church.
What's going on? I know I got my cars paid off, but I just wanted to make sure.
Car off.
Yeah, because that was a trying time. And that was our only ride. They came and took I'm out there just crying with the guy. Please, man, just give me one day. I promise you. I remember calling my wife, telling her, put a sign on the Georgia Power outlet in front of the house. Make sure they don't cut nothing off. I'm coming right after I get off work. I mean, we were making arrangements, doing all kind of things. I remember when the water was cut off and I asked my neighbor, hey man, listen, can I get some water from you? He filled my bucket up with water. I came and flushed the toilet. I mean, all those types of things. Come on, having candlelight dinners. Come on. It wasn't because we was trying to be romantic. We didn't have any lights. Turning on the eyes of the stove and opening up the oven so we could get some heat going in there. Didn't have enough money to take care of our garbage. So at night, at midnight or at 1 a.m, I got to go find an open dumpster. Yeah. Come on, I fill the whole back seat up with garbage and I'm driving around trying to find a dumpster. See, people don't understand your testimony, all right? And it was during those times where our faith was really tried. But you know what? Our marriage really went through those times. It was tough because we're both feeling the pressure. Yeah. And we're both sitting looking at each other saying, we thought we heard from God, but where is the miracle? Yeah. Where is the blessings? And I mean, so many times her and I said, we got to go back home. You know, I said, I'm going to call my father, purchase 5 tickets, get us out of here. We're going back to California. We're going to say we didn't hear from God. We was in our flesh. Please forgive us.
Yeah. Like, you know what? I missed him.
Yeah, there you go. I missed it. But we kept holding on to God's promise. It really, really tested our love for each other because you don't really know how much you love somebody till you go through some tests. And
come on, right there. Put test right there in the comments.
Yeah.
Like the reason why I want you to put test is because I want you to put it out there. A lot of times when you go through those tests, it's just like, oh, you don't even look like a test. It just feel like it's forever.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, let me put test there because I want that to be a testimony to you who's watching and listening that this part is just a test. Yes. And this too shall pass, right? Indeed. Go ahead, Bishop.
Yeah. A lot of people look at us and say, ooh, I want those marriage goals. I said, but you don't want these marriage tests. okay? And so when you look at things now, everything looks all nice, but there are some things we had to go through, and we still have to go through, because God is constantly refining you. It's every new season brings on new devils, new challenges, and you got to renew your faith each and every day, not just in God, but renew your faith in each other. I still believe in you, even though we're not feeling each other right now. I still believe in what we have built, even though what we've built is causing us hurt and pain and is coming in between our marriage. We still believe in what we're doing, but what we have built has really put our marriage in a situation where we got to really make some choices that may not be favorable to everybody.